How's it going, everyone? I have a bit of a quick informative video for you guys today. Yeah, I know, who is this guy and where's the normal Val? Yeah, I never really saw myself as doing news and information either, but considering Kingdom Hearts 4, you know, exists, I thought I should keep people up to date as much as possible, and in turn, I will also be keeping myself up to date as well. Now, even if I don't see myself dabbling too heavily in the news and information side of videos, we gotta be able to call this something, so therefore, I am dubbing this the Twilight Between, where I discuss Kingdom Hearts news, information, and any other speculations regarding the Kingdom Hearts universe. With the new reveal of Quadratum in the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, many of us had questions and speculations concerning A, its existence, and B, its existence as both a fictional world and an afterworld. In a recent interview by Famitsu, the king himself, Tetsuya Nomura, happily clarified some things moving forward that are actually quite interesting. Let's go over it together, shall we? When discussing on the subject of how Quadratum works as an alternative world, Nomura explained, from each of our perspectives, our perceptions change. In Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, the Master of Masters said something along those lines. From Sora's perspective, Quadratum is an underworld, a fictional world that is different from reality. But from the point of view of the inhabitants on the Quadratum side, the world of Quadratum is reality, and the world where Sora and the others are from is the side of fiction. I think the theme of this project will be the contrast between those who are in such different positions. Now, this is an idea I actually had bouncing around in my head for quite some time. Ever since the reveal of Yozora in Kingdom Hearts 3 Secret Movie, when Yozora was revealed, everybody lost their minds about the fact that he actually exists. However, bouncing off of what Nomura has stated, practically every single one of us when we saw Yozora exist either said or thought something along the lines of Yozora is real. As you know, we have been following Sora for the entirety of his journey. The world of Kingdom Hearts is the world we've been with for the past decade. We all share the same perspective of Sora, and that Quadratum is a fictional world. But again, we have Yozora, as well as the Nameless Star, both being from Quadratum, yet when speaking to them, there was practically no difference between them as well as ourselves. Many even going so far as to theorize that Yozora is an alternate version of Sora, which, you know, you all have your own opinions regarding that. The point being is that I am very interested to see how this plays into the overall critical plot points of the story. An example being, will Sora Riku, or more likely the Master of Masters, be willing to sacrifice someone from the world of Quadratum because from their perspective it's fiction, or vice versa with Yozora. Either way, this by default is setting a darker theme for the Kingdom Hearts series, and I'm already heavily invested. Nomura has also gone on record to clarify that even though there are remnants of the real-world cities in Quadratum, such as Shibuya and Shinjuku, the Shibuya in Quadratum is not in any way, shape, or form connected to the Shibuya from The World Ends With You. Damn, well, that didn't last long. Now, that being said, I still do firmly believe that The World Ends With You will come up eventually in this next coming saga. Whether it be in Kingdom Hearts 4 or the game after, it's only a matter of time until we run into the Shibuya gang. He has also confirmed that the fancy new apartment that Sora wakes up in is his new base of operations for Kingdom Hearts 4, located in the Minami Aoyama neighborhood of Tokyo. Now, that sort of gives the impression that whenever you want to go, maybe even level up, eat some meals, maybe they implement the meal system this way, equip new gear, etc., you would be returning back to his apartment. Sort of how like there's the singular hub world in MMORPGs that the majority of people return to when they need to craft gear, better themselves, create recipes, etc. Going on in the interview, Nomura was also asked about the scene regarding Donald and Goofy, who were seen looking for Sora, and if it played any significant part in the Sora's appearance in Quadratum. And by appearance here, I mean his actual looks. Nomura goes on to respond, Donald and Goofy are looking for clues about Sora in the original world. All the real worlds before the title display of Kingdom Hearts 4 are all in Quadratum segments, and Sora will look realistic. But if he can return to the original world, he will look like Donald and Goofy with the shaders like Donald and Goofy. Now, this one is what I unfortunately was leaning towards when we saw Sora's new look in the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer. From viewing multiple other people's reactions as well, there are a few people who voiced some concern for the direction of the Kingdom Hearts series regarding the Disney magic that we all fell in love with. However, with this clarification, it is safe to say that nothing will change. Kingdom Hearts will not be shifting primarily to realistic Disney properties like Star Wars and Marvel, though we all are hyped to see Sora wielding a lightsaber in Kingdom Hearts 4. Well, not Marvel yet, but you know what I mean. The classical Disney properties that give it that Disney magic, such as Beauty and the Beast, The Little Mermaid, Tangled, etc., all will still be just as ever present moving forward. This realistic look of Sora's pertains only to the Quadratum, the same way that he changes appearances in other Disney worlds. Except this is on a much larger scale because it pertains to the entire reality and all the worlds in this reality, not just a specific world. Does that make sense? Look, I tried explaining it, alright? Now, of course, with this comes the unfortunate news that Sora's banana boats aren't going anywhere and we are just postponing the inevitable. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this quick informative video regarding Quadratum. What do you guys all think about this perspective moving forward? Like I said, I am beyond intrigued and I cannot wait to see what the team has in store for us next. And again, I don't know how often I will be leaning into the informative news side of things, but I am willing to dabble here and there. But anyways, like always, it's been Vel. I love your faces and I'll see you next time, whenever that may be. Later.